This is the reason why Moses introduced divorce, because of the hardness of your heart. But from the beginning, it was not so. That means that every divorce is as a result of the hardness of somebody's heart. If we can guard our heart, we can prevent and guard our marriages from divorce. There is this battle that every human being has to fight the moment you enter into marriage. It is the battle around your heart. And the devil knows how to let you harden your heart against your partner. Things you will forgive others, you harden your heart. Many things that have led to divorce would have been simply resolved, but somebody's heart was so hard, too hard to handle. Some of you in relationship, anything the person does to you, I'm not quick-tempered, I'm not worried, it's fine. But the moment you marry, you simply cannot handle anything again. Watch it, you're under attack. The Bible says in the beginning, there was nothing like divorce until people's heart was attacked. Your heart is so hardened. Oh husband, your heart is so hardened, you will simply not accept every apology. It is a demonic attack. And the Bible says that if you keep on hardening your heart, your marriage will break. You can marry 10 times, it will break, because your heart is too hard. And you'll be you. But some people have developed the right heart to accommodate their partners, and they are living a good life. Insulting, attacking, fighting at any time of the day. No consideration. You fight your husband no matter how tired he is, you fight him. There are some of you putting pressure on church counselors. You know very well that you are the problem, but still mounting pressure on people to try to resolve the problem. Every marriage would have been beautiful if we can work on our heart. Why lose your marriage and go and search for another one if you would have resolved one little problem and move on? Your heart is too hard to see a wife with 2 children in the house, and you go and chase another girl and give that girl money, and there is no money in the house. Your heart is too hard. There are many of us, we are literally making our partners run mad because of the hardness of our heart. I was talking to somebody recently. He said, when the problem was coming up, my boyfriend used to hear me crying, and he would shout at me that, why are you crying? Are you a child? Hardness of heart. So you see your partner crying, you don't feel it. You see your partner sorrowful, you don't feel it. So your heart is hard. It is leading to breakup. Go back and settle matters. Go back and lower your standards. I'm not talking about your moral standards. I'm talking about the pride in your heart. You have hardened your heart so much that you will lose a precious human being that God gave you. You know what it takes for somebody to be smelling alcohol with you on the same bed, and you go and drink and come, and you are blowing the fuse all over the room, and she is begging you, stop, and you are not stopping. Your heart is hard. Breakup is coming. Some of you have suffered broken heart, and you were pointing at something else. It was not that thing. Your heart was too hard. And some of you, we are lucky. You are very lucky that your partner is still with you, because some of you, your partner should have left you long time because of how hard, bad, and dirty your heart is. And God will not question or judge that partner. God will not, because God has seen your heart, that your heart is too hard. Media medin fasa hardness ni pesca and fantiti woni pafofo. Me we kwan nim say me makoma ye den. Divorce is coming. Thank God for some people who think in our generation. When they see that the kind of heart you have, you are not going anywhere in life, they'll run away. You make decisions, nobody can correct you, nobody can counsel you. You are just walking your life anyhow. For me, my heart is hard. The Bible says the hardness of your heart brought the divorce. In the beginning, it was not so. This time, when you are wedding people, you are almost sitting on a time bomb, because very soon issues will come that will threaten divorce. There are some of you who have made up your mind, you will never respect your husband. Your heart is too hard, you will lose it. There are some of you who have made up your mind, I will never make my wife happy. Your heart is too hard, you will lose her. You will. Mark it. You think she's a fool. No woman is a fool. She's piling issues. One day that she will make a decision, nothing will change her mind. So never think a girl is a fool. Never think a man is a fool. If you keep the hardness of heart. Now some of you, your partner will call you like 10 times, you won't pick because you have made up your mind. In 3 days, you won't talk to her. and you think she'll be there forever. Harden your heart and see what will happen. That thing that your hardness is doing to your partner will let breakup comes. The Bible has said it. In the beginning, it was not so. It was not the devil that destroyed marriages. It was not the devil that introduced divorces. It was the hardness of our heart. You just want another girl, that's all. And nobody could cancel you out. Your heart is too hard. There are some of you, your wives have caught you red-handed with another girl, and you have decided not to leave and break that relationship. Your heart is too hard. You will lose your wife and your children one day. One day, you will see the court give the children to the woman, and they will part away from you. And you will go back, and that girl will marry another man. And that is how you see how useless you are, because of the hardness of your heart. At least what your heart is too hard to be showing your wife that this is it. I want to date another person. I don't care. You don't care, you will lose her. Nehemiah said most of those things, it ends up on the pastor. If you will ever excel in any relationship, soften your heart. Hardness of heart will fight off any relationship. Let people say you are soft, let people say you are weak, but if you keep a hard heart, you will lose every human being that comes your way. And sometimes we harden our heart towards three things. Number one, we harden our heart towards the principles of God. Anybody that hardens his heart towards the principles of God will lose his marriage definitely. The Bible teaches us to forgive. It's as simple as that. The Bible teaches us to submit. It's as simple as that. Harden your heart against submission and you might lose your marriage. Number two, harden your heart against the influences of the marriage. There are some people who get so angry that whoever comes to talk to them, they won't listen, just because they are angry with their partner. Your heart is too hard. If God does not help you, no relationship will work in your life. No relationship. And number three, we harden our heart towards our partners. The things you didn't care, suddenly, the moment you marry, the moment your husband or wife does it, and you explode. Call everybody, goes to the family, do that. Why is my husband doing this? Why is my husband doing that? Why is my husband doing that? There is an attack on your heart, and very soon it will lead to divorce. I thought Jesus was coming to say demonic attack. He said no, the hardness of your own heart. Everybody lost his marriage because of his or her own heart. When you should have apologized, you should have just apologized there and move on. But you hardened your heart beyond normal. There are some of you, it is only going down on your knees to say I'm sorry. That's all. You harden your heart, harden your heart, harden your heart. Me, I'll never do it. I'll never do it. I'll never do it. And then there is breakup, and you go and search for another person. What kind of work is that? To start another relationship and then build it up into marriage. Is that it? Some of you are making so much of a big mistake in your life. Some of you who have lost relationships before, sit down and analyze what brought the breakup. You realize that one of you, your hearts were too hard. You are not forgiving your partner easily. You are not allowing your partner, tolerating your partner. You are just after them. The little thing, it's like you are marking your partner. Let him fall into this trap. So you set a trap for him, waiting for him to fall into it. Your heart is too hard. Divorce is coming. Breakup is coming. No marriage is safe if you don't guard your heart. We heard of a 60-year marriage that broke up recently. What were 60 years I've been breaking up? But you divorce. You don't understand the hardness of people's heart. There is a way money can harden your heart. There is a way desire for worldly things can harden your heart. There is a way pride can harden your heart. Your heart is too hard. You have allowed pride to harden your heart that there is nothing your wife will do that you will call respectful. Everything is disrespectful. Everything is disrespectful. Your heart is too hard. There are some people suffering in this life because of their heart. Many people are too frustrated, but the problem is them. Most of the times, the husband is pointing to the wife. He is mostly the problem. If the wife is pointing to the husband, she is mostly the problem. You will remember 5 years argument. Remember 10 years argument. Remember every error. Your heart is hard, and divorce may come. Everybody offend each other. There is no relationship that is too perfect. Somebody told me today, he said, my husband told me that when we go out, we are married. When we come in, we are not married. A hardened heart. When we go out, we are married. When we come in, we are not married. So he told him, when we go out, pretend like everything is fine. Instead of pretending, isn't the pretending a hard job? Why can't you settle the case and let the marriage be inside and outside? Girls, men cannot handle disrespectful women. What men call love is not LOVE, it's called respect. I will never know you love me until you respect me. There is nothing you show me that will please me. There is nothing you will give me that will move me. That word I love you, no remember be bring petty. They want to see you respect them. Don't harden your heart. Respect. Now some of you, you know very well the thing that will let your husband love you, you know. And some men too, your wives try to respect you, but you never give them back the love that they deserve. And then you kept on with the hardness of your heart, demanding for respect without loving them. Demanding for respect without loving them. A day is coming, that respect will never come. Every relationship will survive when we know how to guard our heart. The Bible said, guard your heart, for out of it are the issues of life. There is no problem that a soft heart cannot handle. There is no problem. The Bible says that a soft answer bringeth peace. It turns away anger. There is nothing that the softness of heart cannot break. I know my right from feminine, masculine. Work on your heart. Let your heart be ready to appreciate your partner, to love your partner, and to submit to your partner.